Hello, friends, and welcome to my channel. This channel is dedicated to learning. The first topic that I have picked to start with is SAS. So, we will start with base SAS, then we will move to proc SQL queries, and then we will write macros and macro variables. So, without a wait, let's begin. So, the first question that comes to our mind is what is SAS? So SAS is nothing but a statistical analysis system, or nowadays people install the SAS software in the systems and they call it like statistical analysis software. So both of them are correct. So the next very obvious question is why SAS? Why SAS is so popular? What are the benefits of SAS? So in my terms, I call it power of SAS. So let's talk about it. First of all, it's very easy to learn. The syntax is very easy. You don't need any prerequisite programming skills to learn it. Anyone can learn SAS. SAS is so easy. Second is easy to debug. As I said, it's easy to learn. It's easy to debug. Third, I would say ability to handle large data set. So in my corporate world, I handle million data, and SAS handle it very you can say strategically, and it's very easy for SAS to handle such large data sets. Fourth is security. So as you know that SAS is a licensed product, you cannot use it here and there. So you can say it provides a great security. Companies have a trust that their data is secure uh, when they are using SAS. So it's not like a freelance use of R or open source, you can say, where data security is not guaranteed. That's why SaaS is preferred professionally in the companies. Okay. Next one, I would say customer support. So SaaS is an organization. It's a complete organization, you can say, and they have a very spontaneous customer support. As SAS is a closed source tool, it can only be edited by the SAS organization. No external adulteration is possible for SAS. Um, Last but not the least, I would say job prospects. So SAS has created huge job prospects. SAS is uh, being used widely in corporates, and many of the people are they are learning SAS and they are like enhancing their careers. So that's the whole point here as well of learning SAS. Okay. So you would say like she's talking just about the benefits of SAS. Okay, so let's talk about the disadvantages of SAS now. So I would say there are no as such disadvantages, but the one people say that is a closed resource is one of the disadvantages of SAS because it's not so readily and easily available. You cannot do your practicing or write your coding or you can develop your own projects in SAS. It's not that easy. You have to uh, actually purchase the license. So the second one is cost. The cost of the license is again so huge that it's not that easy to you can say buy that license. So let's start with the common terms in SAS. The first term which you will hear very now and then is a data set. So data set is nothing but it's a 2D arrangement of data in the form of rows and columns. In more common terms, you can say it is nothing but a SAS table. Whenever you see an icon with a red dot at the right hand side bottom, you can easily make it out that this is a symbol of a dataset. The second common term that is very common is a library. So as we all know, library consists of some files and all. So in SAS environment, it stores SAS compatible files. So in SAS environment, you will always see libraries in the SaaS environment, it is coming by default here. So let's talk about the building blocks of a SaaS program. So when I say building blocks of a SaaS program, what I mean is when you open a SaaS program, what things you will get to see. So the one of the things that is very obvious which you will see is a data step. Data step is nothing but it is used to write or modify a data step. The second very obvious thing in a SaaS program is the proc step. So proc step is nothing but it's like a predefined procedures which analysts use for the analysis. So we will focus, don't worry. So let's talk about the data step. So here is a very basic program in front of you. So here are certain things to observe. The first thing to observe here is the data step will always start with the word data. The second thing is each and every statement will end with a semicolon. And the third is a data step will always end with the word run along with the semicolon. So this is a closing statement for a data step. So before we move on, let's talk about a very important term in SaaS, that is library. So there are two types of libraries in SaaS. One is temporary and one is permanent. So let's talk about the temporary library first. The temporary library stores intermediate data sets. So there is only one temporary library in SaaS, that is work. So if I take an example, suppose you are writing a code and you created some in between data sets. So all those data sets will get stored in a temporary library. That is work. So when the session is closed, all the work will get vanished. What I mean is all the work data sets will be vanished. So it's very important that we save our work or our code in a permanent library. So don't get confused by the work library and the work that I'm using for your coding work. So work is a temporary library which stores the intermediate data sets. Now let's talk about the permanent libraries. So whenever you want to store a data set, you must store it in a permanent library. Otherwise, it will be vanished when the session is closed because it will by default get stored in the work library. So it's okay to create some intermediate data sets in work library which we can use for our analysis or preparing our data sets. That's okay. But when you have your final product of data set or something which you want to store, you must store it in a permanent library. So let's write our first program. Here is a basic program in front of you. Let's understand the program. The first statement says data A. Here the word data is a keyword, you can say, to create the new dataset A. The second statement is set learning.program. Here learning is the library name and PROG is a dataset which is getting copied into the dataset A. So we will talk about it, what the syntax means and all. As of now, program dataset is getting copied to the dataset A. The third statement is run. So run, you can say, is a closing statement for the data steps. Whenever we are writing a data step, we need to close it by a run statement. So SAS can understand that this is a data step and it will execute it in one go. So this is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Continue to watch other videos to continue learning SAS.